Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help. And King of Floors, your vinyl, laminate, and engineered flooring superstore.
It's Friday is what it is. It's the end of the week. Happy Friday, everybody. Today's guests are brought to you by Langley Chrysler. Looking to buy, do it all from the comfort of your home. And Langley Chrysler will deliver the test drive to you. They will also pick up your vehicle for maintenance, then deliver it back to you, cleansed or cleaned and sanitized. Cleansed, I guess, as well. It's the same thing. Wow, talk about a 21st century car dealership. See for yourself at langleychrysler.com. As we bring in BCHL Commissioner Chris Hebb. I should mention that earlier this week, the BCHL announced its season will end with no playoffs, so no more games after May 11th as their pod season continues. Chris, how you doing?
Not too bad, Donnie. Good first segment. You guys are rolling.
What does the code exist in the BCHL, Chris? And junior hockey is not what it used to be, but from what you remember back in the day, is there still that element to your game?
Well, one of the things that we've done over the last 3 years is trying to establish ourselves as more, and our slogan is modern hockey. Mm-hmm. And we've tried to move away from the old school system and relate more to the way NCAA hockey is played. And obviously there's no fighting in NCAA hockey. So does the code still exist? Do the kids get the elbows up and once in a while drop the gloves? Sure they do. I'd like to think that there isn't some sort of retaliatory code in our league.
Chris, how difficult was it come to the decision? No playoffs.
Well, we actually knew pretty well from the beginning of coming back for this pod season, Don, that it was going to be tough. When you have COVID deplete your rosters and everything, we knew it wasn't going to be a normal season. So what we committed to our teams was to make sure that they got a lot of regular season games in, because it's all about these kids being seen by NHL scouts. And we're doing pretty good. You know, we had the 89 games in our exhibition season back in September, November, and we're going to have 115 games completed for the pod season. We got 45 more. So it's really about getting the kids on the ice and getting them seen by scouts.
Now, Chris, I'm going to ask you about those scouts. What's your feedback you're getting from NCAA and NHL scouts about the kids? I mean, are they getting enough looks in your eyes?
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, nothing's perfect when you have a global pandemic, but, we had scouts contacting us pretty regularly, asking when we were going to be able to come back. As you know, there are a lot of leagues across the country at the junior A level that haven't been able to play. So, yeah, we've had our pods well attended and really good turnouts by scouts.
Chris, one of my biggest concerns with junior hockey, whether it's here or all the way to Newfoundland, was mental toughness for these kids, just what they've gone through. I feel for the 19, 20-year-olds. As a league, did you guys do enough to help these kids get through this really tough time?
Well, a lot of that gets left up to the teams, Rick, and I thought our teams really stepped up. When you consider the fact that, we had them come to camp and we had that waiting period and finally got them into an exhibition season. That's was what the kids are born to do. And they got on the ice. Nobody anticipated the shutdown in November and we were kind of put in limbo. And so literally every week, 2 weeks, we were, wondering whether or not we're going to be able to play. And that is very, very difficult on these athletes. Now, the good news is they were there with their coaches. They were training. They were doing off ice. It's never the same as playing games. So I was really happy for our parents, for our coaches, for our kids, when we actually figured out a way to get them back on the ice to play this pod season.
Are you going to crown a champion, Chris, and awards, things like that?
No, for the second straight year, we will not award a Fred Page Cup, and obviously that cuts us to the quick.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what we want is to have everybody healthy, Don, and we've accomplished that. We have not had one positive test either in the exhibition season back in September to November, or in this pod season, touch wood. And we've got 45 games left, and we're hoping that we get everybody out safe. And awarding a championship at this time is extremely secondary to getting these kids their exposure.
What happens next season?
Well, I just talking with my chairman this morning. Graham Fraser owns the Penticton V's. I'm feeling quite strongly that we're, if we don't get back to normal, that we're going to get to close to normal, where we'll be able to have people in the seats. It's just a question of how many. And for us, again, it's really about making sure that our owners are having, are able to put a team on the ice, because this has cost our owners a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
We're still waiting to see if there is some provincial support, and we're hopeful that there is. And if we can do that, I think everybody was able to weather one season with nobody in the seats. It'll be very difficult if it's two.
Chris, thanks for this. All the best.
Okay, guys. Congrats on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much.